You duh, yeah, you duh. You down with AIP? Yeah, you know me. Anything is possible to creed. The key on the mic, I'm the truth, no fantasy. Podcast flow, old school vibe guaranteed. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than a philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. Jumped on the beat like a classic cassette. Late night talk, the vibe you won't forget. Dropping wisdom gems, the grind is set. Every story told, ain't no limits met. You open the mind, the world opens wide. On this podcast, real thoughts collide. From the cooks in the kitchen to the suits we chide. Dreams get bigger when the truth's applied. Sip on success like it's poured in a mug. Real talk, no BS, no need for a shrug. In your ear like an anthem, snug as a hug. Tune in, feel the buzz, plug after plug. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than a philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than the philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. 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 Deep in the swamp where the secrets lay thick. Whispers in the shadows, they hit like a brick. Talking with the moon, got the stars in a twist. Truth or illusion, the facts get dismissed. Talking with conspiracy, whispers in the air. Truth in the trenches, but who really care? From the dirty south where the legends get made. Stories in the dark, watch the shadows parade. Slick tongues spin tales like a spider on a thread. Hood prophets preach knowledge while the streets stay fed. Voices echo deep where the rivers don't flow. Lost truths buried under where the cold winds blow. Heavy bass thump, got the block hypnotized. Mysteries unfold under blood red skies. Voices in the static, they creep through the scene. Street sermons build truths, but they cut like a guillotine. Talking with conspiracy, whispers in the air. Truth in the trenches, but who really care? From the dirty south where the legends get made. Stories in the dark, watch the shadows parade. Blueprints of chaos in a world so deranged. Every word they speak got the vibe feeling strange. From pyramids to projects, the stories collide.
Welcome everybody for a special Thursday night talking with conspiracy. So we're going to have a little fun here, and me and my buddy Jamie Grant, we're going to talk some shit and have some fun. And fresh off his moonlight cruise on the kayaks last night. So
the moonlight cruise, what a way to put it. I will tell you that there was actually very little moonlight. The fucking clouds just would not cut us a break last night. And but beautiful nonetheless, man. Anytime that you get out with good people and the weather is nice and you're on the water, good times will be had. So special edition short notice. Forgive the 720. I don't even know if this cam is streaming at 720. It's just from the laptop. No GoPro tonight. No fancy mic tonight. No headset. Back old school, like we're in the caveman times. You know.
it says it's 720, so you should. It'll be
There we
okay.
go. It'll look good. It'll look good. I just got to make sure I'm pretty, Ricky Pike.
There we
Takes
go.
a lot of work. Takes a lot of work to make me pretty. So,
Mhm.
you know, when I can't use the high end cam. So holy shit, man, we're on the brink of World War III. Fucking Israel went ham on Iran. I don't know if you're aware, but I was listening to Glenn Beck this morning, and Glenn, he called it this morning. He said, he goes, you know, I expect it to be probably Friday, you know, that they're going to hit them. But lo and behold, if 2 hours ago, Israel did not lay havoc to Tehran. Now, look, man, I don't want to get in the middle of any Israeli Jewish beef or anything, but like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, um, I thought this was something that we were trying to avoid. I thought DT was working on this, but apparently not. You
I
know,
mean, I'm sure he was, but I mean, Netanyahu and all them was like, it's a preemptive strike. So it's like they didn't attack them whatsoever.
right?
Israel just attacked Iran.
Well, you
Said,
know, they did it. They did it during Donald Trump's first presidency. They hit their the nuclear reactor site they were building. Let's see, uh, nuclear site. Can't remember when this happened, and everything that you look up on the news right now is only going to show you current. Give me just a moment. Let me make sure I pull some good information here. When did Israel hit Iran in the past? You know, but and how convenient is it that we now have this religious jihad of sorts about to take place where, you know, fanatics are going to lose their minds, at
mhm,
the same time that we've got these major protests just starting to get started. And I don't think people realize that, how widespread it was the other night. Um, let me go ahead and pull this up right here because I saved the list. LA, Santa Ana, California, New York, Chicago, San Francisco, Austin, Dallas, the ATL, Boston, Mass, Omaha, Nebraska, Peoria, Arizona, Phoenix, Pittsburgh, Seattle, Washington, D.C. And if I'm not mistaken, as of tonight, there's been an incident in Seattle where um, yeah, they've got one whole intersection locked up. Maybe it looks like about 150 people there, and it's outside one of the federal buildings. Um, says local police aren't really doing anything, And then when you look at everything out of there, it's just vandalized, man. Um, yeah, but if you go to the CIA playbook, this is basically a replication of what went down throughout North Africa and the Middle East during the Arab Spring. I've been saying it for I don't know how long that it's coming to the U.S. You know, uh, shoreline, and we're going to see this, man. Um, and I think 2020 was a trial run. I think that over the next few weeks, we're going to see an escalation in this. I've already seen video of some guys in LA, or I'm sorry, not plural. I saw one gentleman with a handgun who opened fire on officers that were um, locking down a block. And I don't think these guys understand the repercussion that's going to come with that same action when they fire on National Guardsmen or the U.S. Marines. Marines, the soldiers that are there, the video that I've seen, there is no hands on with people. They are only acting, from what I've seen, as a security force for the federal officials that are making arrests. So, the minute that they start taking rocks to the face or they start taking, mysterious rounds or large commercial grade mortar fireworks, Ricky Pike, Arab Spring, baby, from the American Spring. It's like it's a replication because all it's going to take is one person to get shot by a federal officer or a U.S. military person, and 2020 ain't gonna it won't be remembered after what we see.
mhm.
you know. And these dudes are trying to provoke them. I don't remember who I was listening to this morning. In fact, it was Alex Jones this morning. There's a CIA op that calls for this. Agitators in the crowd, people that incite the crowd to a point that they make officers fire on them, then they use that person as a martyr. People are not familiar with, people are too young and dumb to understand what happened in the early 2000s with the Arab Spring. The uprising that started with some kids that wrote some graffiti on a wall, and the local, um, I don't know if they're police or military, or what their job is, but they come in and beat these kids' ass. You can't spray, fuck, uh, you know, uh, Bashar. You can't defame the president over there. Okay, these kids
Hmm.
did. They beat him up pretty good. Now a couple hundred people revolt. They come in, beat their ass pretty good. Now like 1,000 do. A shooting takes place, and the whole fucking country erupts. And that's what they're trying to do here. You know, I think that there are paid agitators in the crowd. I think that is what they're there to do. Dude, I've witnessed it at every protest and every event that I've been to, Ricky, and we've talked about this over the years. You know, um, Pay attention to the people in the crowd. Listen, and for any of you that decide to go put yourself in one of these situations, first of all, you're a maniac, okay? But if you do, film the crowd, get their faces. There's a reason that a lot of these people are hiding behind masks and glasses and hats, and you know, they've got schmogs wrapping their face up. They don't want to be identified.
Mm.
You know, um, and they talked about this morning. They jammed the dude up. They arrested the guy that distributed all the gas masks at the last peaceful protest. It's crazy that you got to have gas masks at a peaceful protest and actually use it at a peaceful protest.
Yeah, I did see that
Um,
too. I saved that. I think I got saved on my bookmarks.
and I got a friend of mine, girlfriend of mine, out in New Mexico right now. Her and her husband live in Arizona, and we've been talking for the last 2 days, man, about everything that's going on. And her gut is telling her the same thing that I am. That we think that this is a staging for something else. I mean, it's the setup. It's Let's put the little things in place. And when you go back to the Arab Spring, that entire movement, I would love for Elon Musk to jump in his little Twitter box and use the hashtag um, Day of Rage and find out where the very first person that it came from was, and find out what their ties are to any type of global movement, because they use Twitter through hashtag campaigns to coordinate the fall of fucking Middle Eastern governments, Ricky Pike.
Hmm. Absolutely.
You know, bro, it's gonna get bad, people. And the purple hair mafia is, you see these guys out there already. You know, they're flying the trans flag at these things, and I'm like, what the fuck does that even have to do? You've got a Mexican flag, a pride flag, a trans flag. Like, are we just recruiting mentally broken people at this point? And look, and I'm not saying that all gay people are broken. That's not what I'm talking about. But there's a class of people that are all fucking pilled up. They're antidepressant up. You know, they're on their Adderall. They're
Yeah, it's like I seen a video talking about like there's this one TikToker who he had a mental breakdown like when his wife cheated on him and it did something in his brain and turned around and then he started mimicking her and started trying to look like her and then he turned around and went and had surgery and everything else and now he now thinks he's a woman and all that because that mental um, situation that happened, and like that hard, like it couldn't recover from that. Not saying that us all of them, like you said, not saying that all of them are like that. It's not That's not true, but there's a lot of them are that had some kind of mental something terrible happen, and it caused some deep wound that they turn around and put it into what they're doing now, and it's wild to see.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Go watch, go watch the Joker, and I urge anyone and everyone to sit through that film and look at the current events that are going on when they have these people rioting in the streets and the signs eat the rich, and it's all the purple hair, green hair, like it's Ricky Pike, help me here. Like,
I mean, it really is. I see what you're saying. I mean, it's
you know
all
what I
to go
mean?
crazy. It's
It's
like did you see that protest where that lady, that black lady, sitting there? It's like, look, let me buy so I can go to work, so I can feed my family. And
right.
these two white liberals were like, ha ha ha, work. How we got to do this right here. Like, get the hell out of the way. Which, the only thing to say to them was they weren't in Florida, because Florida,
Right.
you can just smash them and go on your way. Like that one county, I got I saved that video, that sheriff wasn't
Dude, they ain't fucking around down there.
did you
Fuck
see
yeah, I
that?
saw that. Fuck yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
let's play that video real
Play
quick.
that, man. Let the people see that. Understand that if your life is in danger, you need to act accordingly. And this
And he
sheriff's
wa-
gonna break it down for you.
and of course it's down in Florida, but yeah, this son gun wasn't playing.
What I mean by turn violent. All right. This is what I mean. If you resist lawful order, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired, because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop. You're
Graveyard dead.
out there. You're
Mhm.
seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their jobs. You're seeing ICE agents that are being targeted for doing their jobs. And you're seeing obstructionists that are doing all of this, standing in the way of law and order.
Mm, that was a sour grape, by the way. Good God. and, and speaking of protests, well, we just sit there and uh, yeah, he ain't playing. And they're already
Man.
sitting there in Texas. Already said they ain't playing. They already. I think I got it saved. Where yeah, here's Greg Abbott. Texas will not tolerate the lawlessness we've seen in L.A. They've already deployed 5,000 Texas National Guard soldiers and 2,000 DPS troopers across Texas in main order at these protests. Anyone who damaged property or harms a person will be arrested. Don't mess with Texas. And speaking of protests, here's the follow the money on the No Kings rally. Have you seen this?
I did.
Yeah, it's it's a long line. It's actually even Chinese Progressive Association is backing. There's one of them that is actually putting money into this movement. Of course, the Walmart's heiress, Christy, um, what is it, isn't it Christy Walton? Let's see.
Yes.
I got all the information. Um, Michigan Control sent me a big old long email on our when we were live yesterday. Feels weird being back to back lives, but it's kind of nice too at the same time. Um, because with stuff like this going on, hell, it's yeah, Christy Walton. She paid for the all the full page and advertisements and stuff.
Now,
And
why? Why does somebody who has millions and millions and millions of dollars be so compelled to have poor people call to action?
she's just butthurt about the tariffs and with Trump's little motion talking about,
You
hey,
know,
you just need to eat them tariffs.
you remember when Walmart had Made in America?
I remember when I met Sam Walton. And he drove his old pickup there, and I met him
No
there.
shit.
Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah, I was at a Walmart and I turned around and I seen him up behind the counter and the front counter and stuff and talking. And then I'm like, I looked at the big old picture on the fucking wall, and it was Sam Walton was there, and he had had an old pickup sitting up front, and he was there at that Walmart there on Sycamore View there by the interstate before they closed it years ago.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I've even met Sam Walton and talked to him and stuff. Um, long time ago, but they were made in America. Sam Walton wanted to make sure that was still. And when his kids took over, Walmart went to shit. Like the quality of the product went down. The prices went up. Employees thought, how employees acted, it went down. I mean, everything went down. Um, absolutely.
Wow, Ricky Pike, check this out. So I have a thread going on Grok right now that I've been talking to it about the protests that are going on.
Oh, nice.
And every day I've asked, hey, what cities are having issues today? What cities are having issues today? Today's the longest list I've seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Based on the latest information of web sources from, of course, it pulls the way people need to understand. Grok pulls data from Twitter in real time, and it calculates all these millions and millions and millions of accounts and pulls information from them, right? So, based on the information that it's picking up from news stories that are posted through there as well and individual accounts. Los Angeles, California, protests continue for the 6th day. Large crowd outside City Hall. There is a curfew in effect from 8 p to 6 a. 80 arrests tonight for a failure to disperse. And it says protests have also spread to nearby areas like Inglewood, Downey, Wider, whatever. I don't know, California. I'm sorry, Compton, and reports of demonstrators harassing ICE agents at a DoubleTree hotel. Anyway, I won't go into all the details, but New York City is having issues again.
Mm-hmm.
86 people were arrested Tuesday night. Chicago, Illinois, 17 arrests made. Seattle, Washington, reports of a fire. Um,
I know New Jersey.
Spokane, Washington, over 1,000 protesters gathered outside a local ICE office, clashing with police who used pepper balls. 30 arrests made, and a curfew has been imposed. Las Vegas. Hey, my dad texts me. Where's my phone? I think he told me 80 something people were arrested last night there.
Yeah, I seen it. Mr. Strange said, yeah, there was a protest going on, but he went home to eat a sandwich. He wasn't trying to mess with none of that. Speaking of Grok and everything, did you listen to the replay? I don't know if you had time today. I imagine you did, and you're busy as hell. The podcast last night.
Right.
I put in. I always, I use Grok and everything to kind of help me make a description, like real quick or something like that. I put in, give me a description of what was talking with Conspiracy 49, the LA riots and the consequences afterwards, and or something like that. And it turned around and it was like it named off the Rodney King riots. I'm like, huh. I turned around, it's like wrong riots, the ones going right now. And then it turned around and it said that, the protests. I went to Chat GPT Same thing. It did not. It gave me Rodney King riots, and then turned around, and then when I said nope, wrong riots, it said Chat GPT told me. They gave me a description for you know ICE protests. And I'm like, come on, y'all. They there are protests going on, but there are riots going on when they're destroying they're fucking robbing Apple, wrecking Apple stores is not about has nothing to do with illegal aliens getting deported. Wrecking, uh, you know, wrecking jewelry stores and wrecking all that kind of stuff and just destroying shit has nothing to do with, you know, and a lot of them, as always, it's a sad thing that always happens during a riot. You know, if you're truly people are protesting for a certain thing, why is it every time they have a protest and it gets out of hand, they're destroying the community that they're trying to bring up or protect, but they actually freaking wreak havoc. I know there's instigators put in there, and there's lots of outside sources, especially like with all the L.A. and uh, you know, you look at Bash, he goes way back in protesting and putting shit way back, and
So have
her and what's her name? Oh, crazy ass.
Pelosi?
No, not the other one old as time, motherfucker.
Oh, the one that passed.
No, no, she's still alive. She's out there talking about she was. I got it.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, what's her name? The Predator.
I got
Yeah,
video of her and everything. She was talking about how it's not. There was nothing going on here. I don't know what you're talking about. It's you're safe. It's um yeah, Bass, Karen Bass over here talking about that. That hey, we need a community help clean all this stuff up. No, y'all shouldn't have fucking let it get that fucking far.
oh yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
Oh
But
yeah,
they
here she is.
did.
Oh, Maxine Waters. I was
Maxine
gonna.
Waters. There we
Yes,
go.
that old fucking bat. There's no violence going on the street. I was there. I was walking the street. Look,
Dude,
it's
did you
like,
see the video of Bass cleaning graffiti? Have you
oh,
seen that?
I have not seen that today.
Oh my God!
I
Listen,
I
if you're
wasn't
gonna
feeling good
pander,
yesterday. I wasn't feeling good yesterday, so I actually slept till about 1:30 this afternoon. Then I got up and went to the gym. So at 4, so I really didn't get to do a whole lot of. I've done a little bit of searching, but I have missed that. That's crazy. Fucking all full of shit.
yeah,
It don't make sense. And the only thing they can throw out it back is like January 6th, January 6th. I'm like, the country's burning right now, just like Ireland, just like all these other nations.
look. Oh, dude, yeah. Let me tell you,
What
the
the
shit
fuck?
that's going on overseas right now. Yeah, you know,
Yeah, it's sad
like
shit though.
let me just keep my.
Yeah, we had to watch. We're on just YouTube right now, so we will get fucking popped today because I don't know what happened with Rumble.
We will get fucking popped
Yeah,
today.
they currently bombing 3 countries is just defending itself. Gotcha.
Hey, we're on Rumble, I believe.
No, it didn't. It popped. I don't. I
Oh, did
tried
it?
it. I'm trying to use the Rumble Studio, and I guess I should have had to put the thing back in. YouTube's actually been good, so I didn't have to keep putting the key in. But I tried Rumble, and it fucked up. Which I had Rumble and Twitter tied together with its studio, so I'm not on
Right.
Twitter either. So sucks. So right now we're just on YouTube and Twitch, and which we got one person. What's up, Twitch? Whoever's watching on Twitch, we appreciate y'all. Kind of say hi in the chat if you want to. We have one person there, and we got a couple on using Restream on a couple others, but yeah.
Yeah. So Sweet says, how many of them were paid to do it? So very interesting question. What I think is going on is this. I think the ads that are out there, some of the Craigslist ads, are kind of bait. I think it's I don't know. I think it's kind of bullshit. I mean, I saw an ad where they were talking about paying somebody $12,000 or $10,000 in a week or over 2 weeks or something. And I'm like, I'm like, is that
Yeah.
real?
No, not that
You
many
know?
damn people, But they, now some of them pieces I did show last night. I showed some video. Let's see, where they were showing they picked up pieces of paper off the ground and stuff, and it was in cars and stuff, talking about what they need to do and how to deal with shit. And I don't doubt that one bit.
I've seen some. I took some pictures and I think I deleted them. But somebody papered the Midtown area right here on the square with a bunch of flyers like anti-fat, we hate fascist flyers and shit,
They don't even know what the word means, but they
and
gonna they hate it.
and equating Trump to Hitler, and it's I think it's all part of somebody put them up to do it.
Somebody pay for it, like it.
Yeah.
Printing stuff off ain't cheap.
Here we go. Let's see what this woman's talking about.
Oh, the one I got pulled up here. Yeah, check this out. See this?
Oh, was it all a part of the script? Watch what he picks up off the ground. All across the ground.
What to do?
I'll try to pause it where people can actually see it. Yeah, turn off your phone.
Feel free to pause it.
Don't get caught. Yeah, what to do? Turn off your phone.
Hide your identity.
Prepare for tear gas. So it was actual protest, like that a friendly protest. There we go. Good job. I forgot that thing did that. Yeah. This is I'm seeing it more and more. We've actually finally getting to see and it makes you wonder back in time, like how many of these damn protests or something like that, these riots took over and used this way. It makes you wonder, like they were all of them like that. You can just rile a few people up and you get the right combustion, and all hell's gonna break loose.
Well, I will tell you that whoever put that flyer out is going to have a real bad time when they find out that an N95 doesn't help with CS gas. Good luck, though. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody's giving you bad intel, bro. Good luck, cousin.
Yeah.
I got my fair share of CS a few years ago.
Did you? Yeah, you did.
Man, I was having a tough day, boy.
Dude, I seen that video of that one guy. He turned around and he was antagonizing the cops and stuff, and they shot him. He shot him in the groin, and he said, "You're gonna lose a ball," because he
I
was
wonder if
fucking with
that's a
him.
real video.
He was in the hospital or whatever, but there was no doubt that I seen the shooting part, and I seen another one where that guy threw shit, and then he turned around, kind of backed up, was kind of looking like that, and they bullseyed right in the fucking nuts.
Did you see the video of the dude getting tackled?
Oh yeah. I think I don't know if I
Look,
shared that video last night or not,
I got it
or
right here.
or if I did not. I don't know if I did or not, or I seen it afterwards. But yeah, go ahead and let her rip. You can play that one. Yeah, that dude got that double leg. That was afterward, I think. Yeah, they had that double leg.
This is one of the greatest.
That blast double. Yeah, I seen it after the podcast. So yeah, that blast double that guy hit was beautiful.
So he throws this and hits the cop. Boom.
Motherfucker.
They hit him with pepper balls, and then dude just boom.
Just pure blast double.
Did you see what happens to him afterward? Like his hands are up. Look, hands are up. They just walk right past him. He gets up, walks away, goes right back out.
Yeah, I didn't.
You
I've
know,
only seen like that clip right there. I've seen his hands, but they've always just a lot of the clips you see is just real short. That's just him doing that blast double just over and over again.
man. What's going to happen is, and God, I can't believe I'm fixing to say this. More, I think we're going to see an escalation toward the police. But I think at the same time that you're going to see more of that activity where, look, man, once you get everyday citizens involved in this, y'all are fixing to have a bad time. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And my fear is that that is going to happen. And when it does, and you provoke the right, listen, I'm going to tell you, man, I know what my responsibilities are as a God fearing human, about where I draw the line between protection and then physically hurting someone. But there are some psychopaths out here, just like they're on the left, they're out
Oh,
here on the right too,
oh,
you
absolutely.
know. And when these fucking dudes get involved, man, God help us all.
I mean, really, it is. I mean, I seen a video. I don't know if it was a real convoy or not, or just it was, showing a clip from another one. I showed this picture last night. So I know you missed it, so I had to let you see that. That's a pretty good one. But and I'm like, I hope to God it wasn't real. I mean, I really did because like, it is like we've talked about like there's extremes on both sides, and extremes is what
Well,
cause trouble.
and check
And
this out. So in California, though, people are already involved. I can't remember the gangster's name or what set he's repping, but dude went out there on social media and was like, "Listen, do not riot in our neighborhood. We don't want that over here." This is the leader of some gang, and he's like, "We don't want that over here. If you come do that in our neighborhood, we are going to kill you." And I think that, listen, bro, Memphis, don't let these people come in and fuck our city up. You
mhm.
know, St. Louis, y'all don't let those people come in and fuck your city up. You know what I mean? This is our country. This is our city. Don't let these people do that shit, man. And I truly hope that you see more people. I do, man, but in the right way. But you gotta don't let these people do this, man.
Yeah, I hope
You
not. I
know.
mean, we got enough issues. Absolutely got enough issues. Speaking on the paying off, like I don't know. Of course, you never know. This one makes more sense. Like $200 a day, it sounds a lot more reasonable than um, fucking $12,000 a
I
week.
just got offered $200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th, we're going to be protesting, and these are the streets that you need to be on, and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere that protesters could use. They really want to wreak havoc. um it's kind of ridiculous. Me as an American, although I need the money, I'm like, this is very, very unpatriotic. If I was to go take this money and go protest, it's not very American. It's not what I stand for. It's obviously not even, worth the time. But, $200 a day is what they're paying people to go protest. The corruption is up here because it goes way beyond these organizations. They want to destroy America. And people like me that need money are gonna go do it. I'm not gonna go do it, but people are gonna go do it. They're gonna go destroy, the city and cause chaos. It's just crazy that, they're even paying people to go do this. It just goes to show that everything we deal with is corruption, and these people at the top level, like, who's paying for this? There's got to be some billionaires paying for this so that, they could try to get Trump out or something. But, $200 a day to go cause chaos is like crazy. Not worth it, but also like really fucked up.
Have you gone to the website?
I'm actually on there right now.
Yeah, the No Kings website. I pulled it up last night. And for the ones that weren't here last night and didn't get to see the stream, or um, you know, this Saturday, and for the ones that don't know, there might be people that don't know that whatsoever. They're not as informed as you and me are, because we're just sick individuals and we try to see what's going on in the world. But June 14th, watch y'all's ass, absolutely, because this is the map of all the protests going on in the nation Saturday, everywhere. These are the red stars are the major ones. Going to be Chi-Town over at Daly's Plaza. You're going to be in Atlanta. You're going to be in North Carolina. What was the other one? Philadelphia. That's right.
Is that Las?
Houston
No, that's Phoenix over there.
and Phoenix, Arizona. That's going to
Yeah.
be Saturday. I mean, there will be some around there. I mean, but it's
But
crazy.
come on, man. But these people have Hernando, Mississippi on their list. Now
They
listen.
got Oxford, Mississippi. They got
Oxford would have a better chance of people getting ignorant or showing up because it's a bunch of rich kids that, you know.
It's going to be drunk and raise hell. What is this? Like, did you look at this? There's actually some in Canada. There's some in Mexico. No tyrants. And there's part of the website that has.
Oh, Jesus. Puerto Vallarta
Yeah, like what?
at
Why?
Oscar's restaurant.
Laredo. I used to go to Laredo
We're
every.
not going to Oscar's restaurant, Whitney. Puerto Vallarta, Saturday, June 14th. Thank God we'll be there Sunday. But at Oscar's restaurant, we're not
Yeah.
going.
You want to RSVP?
No,
I'll
I'm
set you
good.
up. And if
But
you if you want, I can get you a. Where was it? It
hey,
was.
go back up to the top. I want to show you something.
I had it on there where you could actually become, like, if you want to be part of it.
Go up to the very top to the menu bar, and you'll
Uh-huh.
see art. Click art.
All right.
Well, there's trainings right there. But go to art and go look at posters and graphics.
Hell no, I ain't accepting none of that shit. Get out of here. Reject all that. You ain't getting my cookies. Fuck you.
My cookies are not for you.
And
They're for
more
Santa
cookies.
Claus.
That's it.
Here we go. Trainings and calls. What comes next? Join us after No Kings Strategize. You know what? I think I should sign up for this. Register now. Sign up name. What's my name? Oh, my name is Theo Dixon. What's my email address?
they got Zoom calls and stuff. I seen where you could get a pamphlet and stuff like that, uh, and here's a town hall. Randy Weingarten. I bet she's Jewish. Reverend William Barber is speaking also in Philadelphia.
Attend a debrief call. Attend as Theo. Uh-oh, I just signed up.
You got to go live on that. You got to go
Bro.
live on that.
So for
Y'all follow
those
Minfo Wars, so when he goes live on Minfo Wars, y'all gonna
it,
see that crazy shit.
so I don't know how many people follow my antics, but I have created a spam call persona named Theo Dixon. Um, and the way that this horrible setup and punchline joke goes is, yeah, my name's Theo. It's like Theodore, but not not Theodore. It's just Theo. It's Theo. My last name, yeah, it's Dixon. It's Dixon. Theo Dixon. you know, Theo Dixon, your sister. And then I hang up on them, or typically they get the joke before I even get the Dixon, your sister, and they just hang up on me. I know I'm a horrible person, but listen, I'm tired of these people calling me 10, 15, 20 times a day. So I got time. I'm going to jerk these people off all day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh, let me tell you the best joke
Just
ever
like
though.
just like the former vice president.
So listen, I dropped this on a guy the other day,
Oh,
and the dude gets mad at me on the phone. I don't remember if he said anything or what happens, but fast forward a couple hours later, I'm getting ready to announce this fight, and this African guy walks up to me with a very French accent, and he goes, "Dixon," and I went, "They sent one for me. Holy shit, they sent one for me." So then I'm trying to understand what he's saying, and I don't remember what he was saying, but he was trying to get somebody's attention behind me, and I immediately run over to Whitney, and I'm like, "Whitney, you're not going to believe what just happened," because she was in the vehicle when I roll out my Theo Dixon joke, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, just the crazy irony of it all. It was just comedy just finds me, Ricky Pike. It just finds me."
yeah. In the right spot at the right time, for damn sure.
Oh man. Well, you know, I think that there's a lot going on, man, and I think that it's going to get kind of crazy. Hey, here's the past call. If you missed one of our calls or trainings, catch up with the recordings. You can also check out all in the mass calls here. Mass call. If you missed a No Kings pre-event,
Mm-hmm.
No Kings host the Action Peacekeeper Workbook for event. Holy shit, Ricky Pike. Give me the screen.
You can have it. It's open, my friend.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie Grant, street activist here. I'd like you to welcome to our Peacekeeper and Event Marshal Handbook training. Today's program is called Streetwise and Steady by Daniel Hunter and Elaine Flanagan. Introduction. We are living through a moment of democratic backsliding, an erosion of norms, institutions, and freedoms that have left some feeling unshakable. Authoritarianism. Oh my God, really? Like, wow. That's where peacekeepers come in. Peacekeepers or marshals are the quiet stewards of safety and coordination on the street. I'm just skipping along here. When dictators want to crack down on people for speaking out, they hope for chaos. They make us look dangerous. They win when the story's about broken windows instead of broken systems. Peacekeeping is a serious skill. All right, so um, dedication. Here's their look at this: de-escalating with security forces, de-escalating with guns. Wait a minute. Let's go to page 24. Wait a minute.
Straight to chapter 12,
Wait a minute.
chapter 7, baby.
Look at the graphics of their people, bro.
Calm and they get kid.
Like, what the fuck is up with this dude right here? The third one to the right here. Like,
Um,
like what is going? All right, so where are we going? The gun. That's page
uh,
24. Yeah, we're
yeah,
skipping over it. Because
we'll
we're
come back.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
come back. We're de-escalating with guns. Guns get attention.
they do that.
If a protester bringing a gun and doing so without action, like, man, what is going on? Don't panic. Your composure will influence the crowd. Wow. Does this speak softly and clearly to avoid shouting or aggressive tones? Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, this is their little handbook for de-escalation, right? Um, and then action guidelines, the No King's Host Toolkit. You know, okay, it's a document here. President Trump thinks his rule is absolute, but in America, we don't do kings. Wow, dude! Like somebody put you know, a lot of
Did
work into this.
Did you hear Trump talk about it?
No,
They asked him questions about it. Did I say that video? I think I did. Well, here it is. Whenever
go
you're
ahead.
done,
No,
whenever
go
you're
ahead.
done.
Yeah, I'm just flipping through this, man.
And he was talking about it. They were asking him about the no kings. He's like, I'm no king. Hell, it's hard for me to get shit done. But yeah, I'll let the King Trump.
Dude, check this out. So
No
in
kings
Atlanta, oh,
protest
I'm sorry.
planned across the country.
Sorry, what did you want to say?
Check this out real quick. This just popped up.
Oh shit.
In Atlanta, and this is on their website here. They're talking about June holiday guidance. Um, it says Atlanta. In Atlanta, major Juneteenth celebrations are occurring on June 14. No King organizers are making sure their effort is added by hosting their action ahead of the start of the Juneteenth festival, which means at the end of the event, an immediately call to action for everyone to attend Juneteenth.
Mm.
And in Boston, it's a pride event in Boston that they're immediately throwing themselves into. And yeah, man. Anyway, go ahead, take it away, cousin.
I just thought about it. If the government really wanted to stop the protesters, why don't they use that little cloud seeding shit they've been doing anyway and fucking pour down rain on top of their fucking heads?
Because they're in on it, like
Yeah, exactly. Like we know they're cloud seeding. They say they're cloud seeding. You see it over there in you know Abu Dhabi over there, and they talk about how they don't have rain, so they freaking cloud seed to have rain every day because he wants to have rain, kind of shit. But yeah, they could turn around and just soak them some bitches down, and it would well, you would actually have the true protesters there. Wouldn't have you know the riffraff. True protesting, I have no problem for. The riffraff
right.
is what I have the issue. But
Several No Kings protests planned across the country on Saturday as well. What are your thoughts on those?
What do they go? No king?
No Kings.
I don't feel like a king. I have to go through hell to get stuff approved. A king would say, I'm not going to get this. A king would have never had the California mandate to even be talking to him. He wouldn't have to call up Mike Johnson and Thune and say, fellas, you got to pull this off. And after years, we get it done. No, we're not a king. We're not a king at all. Thank you very much.
no king at all.
Crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They anything they can do to generate buzz like a rallying cry, they're going to use, and he's not
Mm-hmm.
my king, he's not a king. And you see people already sharing the shit right now, you know, um, man, like I don't even want to say anything because I'm immediately going to call these people out, and I don't want to do that. I'm not here to burn any bridges, but you know, pay attention to what you're saying. Like I saw a sign the other day. They're doing this protest in Memphis, and this woman's holding up this sign that says, "My sister's a veteran, and she's not a coward or a sucker." Right? Remember the big scandal that they said a few years ago that they were gonna. Um, President Trump called the troops suckers, and you know. But I see this woman holding this sign up, and I'm like, "That's not true. He never said that." Like, what is wrong with you people? They keep saying and repeating the same fucking lie time after time after time and again, dude. And God, it gets old, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. They keep on
Did that kill him?
same bullshit over and over again, and just
It did.
what you got? You
Oh, I
looking?
just noticed it had um, a hider thingy up
Oh
there.
yeah. Mine does that too.
So is that all live right now going on
This
across
is
the
live
country?
right here. Yeah, this is a Muse dash X.
Right.
We showed this last night too for a little bit while we were talking. With me and James talked for a second. So while we got have a little something going on in the background while we talk, but yeah, it's this is all live feeds. Santa Ana, California looks like
A
Phoenix,
bush. See the
Arizona.
bush in the middle?
Yeah. LA, a few of them are LA, Anaheim. Yeah,
Well,
several.
nothing's on fire. Congratulations, America. Nothing is on fire yet.
That's
I'm
good.
proud of you. What's that bottom left corner? Oh, Phoenix. I see it now. I
Yeah,
see it
there's
now.
a
I see it
Phoenix.
now.
So this is what they're showing right now. Yeah, they'll. So if you want to get on X, and they've been pretty much showing this like 24/7, damn near.
I just got my email from No Kings for my debrief call.
Awesome. They're gonna fix you up, my friend.
Well, I'm excited to be, a part of the conversation and, see how I can add my, 2 cents to the. I mean, you never know. I might be able to flip one person.
You never know. Sometimes if somebody actually has talked some common sense to somebody, sometimes it helps. Like, because some people are on the edge, like, hey, you know, not everybody's extreme messed up in the head. Like we've said before, like there's messed up extreme people on both sides, and the real concern that I have that's in the back of my head is the extremes clash, and then they're gonna fuck around and lock some shit down. Then we're gonna have fucking
Right.
martial law, and they're gonna lock this motherfucker down for a little bit, especially
Oh,
big
bro.
cities.
So hey, let me just jump in here real quick. Because I do research because I'm nosy.
No,
Um,
no, not you.
let me find my site here. Okay, so the first thing that I did was I'm looking at that training manual that I had opened. I can't
Mm-hmm.
find it. Where's it at? Or is it on another page here? I think I just closed it down. Fuck. Anyway, um, the guy's name that wrote this training manual is named Daniel Hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the Google, I immediately start typing him in, and boom, I find him. Daniel Hunter trains activists globally on nonviolence and founded an organization called Choose Democracy. He is the author of the Climate Resistance Handbook and Building a Movement to End the New Jim Crow. Um, can I have the screen? I want to put this guy up.
Yes, sir. Let her rip, tater chip.
Um, let's see. 10 ways to stay grounded. Like his website is kind of, but
Cool.
like, yeah, this dude is being grounded is difficult when the future is unknown and filled with anxiety. Trump has signaled the kind of president he will be: vengeful, uncontrolled, and unburdened by past norms and current laws. If you're like me, you're already tired. The prospect of more drama is daunting. As a nonviolence trainer working with social movements across the globe, I'm blessed to have worked with colleagues living under autocratic regimes to develop resilient activist groups. Trust yourself. See, it says it right there. Trump is a riot. Like, what in the fuck?
Mm.
Or so grieve. The human thing to do is grieve. Humans are also good at compartmentalizing, rationalizing, and intellectualizing and ignoring. The damage this does to your body and psyche is well documented. After Trump won in 2016, we saw colleagues who never grieved. They remained in shock. They kept saying for years, I can't believe he's doing that. When Trump won the first time, I stayed up until 4 a.m. with a colleague for a tear filled night of naming things that we had lost. This helped find us the sadness, anger, numbness, shock, confusion, and fear inside of us. We grieved, we cried, we held each other, we breathed. What in the fuck? I'm done.
That's enough. That's enough for that.
Ricky. What in
Don't make me choke up. I breathe. I warn. I sad. Tears to my eyes.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! I just had to pull my glasses down, and Lord,
Dude,
have mercy.
Ricky, like,
All right, get
what
back
they're
serious.
going to do is, I'm telling you, what they're going to do is they're going to have an event. Dude, this could be it this weekend, because when you look at what's going on overseas right now.
Yeah, we hadn't touched on basis on that yet. Yeah, with World War III, and I just read Iran is blaming the United States for the actions of what Israel has done with their preemptive strikes.
Well, I'm super excited to be flying out of the country this weekend.
I bet you are. I bet you are. It's right time to do it. Especially down to Mexico. Yeah, that's, and when you got
we're going to the No Kings bar in Puerto Vallarta.
hell yeah, see if we can turn somebody over there. Yeah, it's but wild times over there.
Hímole.
That's what these people are seeing right now.
Damn. Make it big, Ricky.
Make it big, make it big. That'd be unnerving. It's crazy how it looks like they're going slow too. Like they're easing along.
I mean,
Hímole.
bro.
Is this the one I was? And this is a Israel lighting them off.
kind of phone? What kind of cell phone that dude got that he can record shit like that at night? Because
Bad motherfucker. That's all I gotta say. It's a bad motherfucker. That's all I gotta say.
what the fuck?
They
Well,
got
Ricky
better.
Pike,
They got better shit over there, you know.
um, I expect this weekend to be eventful. You know,
To say the least.
um, dude, I saw a video the other day of two Cobra helicopters flying in downtown LA, and what a fucking what a surreal scene. Like, you know, what was the movie with Kurt Russell where he plays the dickhead colonel when they shut down Manhattan in New York? What was that movie? Was it not Kurt Russell? It was uh
Mm. Where's sweet,
no,
sweet?
it had Bruce Willis in it.
Oh, oh, oh. That's,
Here it is right here.
you got it.
The Siege.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The Siege. I only think I've only seen that like once. So
You know, dude, I think we're I think we're headed there. Like global. Oh, so typically you see coordination among what the military is doing with what the population is doing, right? So, like take the Arab Spring for example. You had U.S. intervention in a couple countries, like we were involved on the ground in, they talk about the CIA and these different, I guess in some of these NGOs, these guys are the ones that are out. Dude, the NGO is the CIA, okay? Like, and they're in these communities and they're spreading, whatever ideology they want to put into these people's heads. You know, hate your government. You want to blow this place up. I know you do. Come on, let's go do it.
mm,
You know, um,
mm.
I don't know, man. I think there's just bad shit coming, and we're
We
about to get a front row seat.
for sure. I was sitting there. We talked about it last night, and I made the conversation. I made the comment last night that I really think that all these riots and stuff were a cover for something bad's coming, and uh, I don't know if this is it, but there's even more bad shit coming. Um, but we as always, you don't have major companies and people invest money into things without a mindset of getting a return. They just don't throw money away. That's not how you get to be filthy fucking rich. You,
Right.
just- you don't just shit money and throw it away.
Right. So
So
what are they going to get out of it? You know what
right,
I
what's
mean?
the return investment on this propaganda for the riots? Is it truly a big cover? Is it what in the blue hell is it? That's
Right.
my curiosities that got me wanting to ask questions, and of course now right now we got the Iran, Israel blowing the shit out of Iran. Israel's trying to attack everybody right now over there. And they just, um,
Dude,
are we gonna step up?
I didn't think they had any bombs left after Gaza. Okay, like have you seen the rubble and parking lot they've made there? Like, I, is there anybody left to kill there, or have they murdered everybody already? Like, my
It's,
God.
I mean, and then where is that, economy for such a small nation, where are they getting the money for all these arms? And Well, I mean, of course, we're getting
Right.
it from us, but a lot of it. But it's as a nation. Um, you know, I saw what was it? Where was I? I don't know. Everything's a blur. But it was talking about,
Right.
um, there's a small. We might have been, maybe last week or something like that. We were talking about last week, talking about cities that had Israel budget and they tried to cut it out. It might have been somewhere else, but they were Israel. Like there was cities found out in their budget they had hundreds of thousands of dollars. Their small little town budget was going to Israel, and they're like, "Man, fuck this. We need
What?
roads." And they tried to cut it out, and they were told, "Nope, you cannot cut the." I get it wasn't with you then for sure, but yeah, there's um, I don't know where, maybe it was on algorithms live the other day when I went live when I went on it. They had a bunch of cool people come on there and talk about it. But yeah, there's small cities that part of the city budget was to send money to Israel, and they could not cut it out.
Right.
You know, fuck your potholes, fuck your infrastructure, fuck all that shit. We got to send money over here, and so this is what they're doing with that money that we're sending over there, is bombing the fuck out of everything, anything's around them. It's um, but they're just defending themselves, Jamie. So we got to understand they're just defending themselves, striking first, but it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore, bro. Like, it's just I truly think this weekend is going to bring some bad shit in our country, and um,
And,
I,
and again, I mean, I don't. We said this last night, and I'm gonna say it again. We don't think all Jewish people were bad. There's not all Jewish people. It's not a people. It's governments. As always, it's governments versus governments, and we're just the fucking pawns that they fucking don't give a fuck about. That we're just cannon fodder. Like back in the day, if they lose 5,000, 10,000, lose a fucking city, who gives a fuck? They don't care. You know, they want to drop. You know, hey, it's just an easier way of dropping population, maybe. I don't know. But as always, since we're on YouTube mainly right now, we are not doctors, we're not lawyers, we're not professionals. We we are just us. We're just here having fun talking. Remember that. Thank you, YouTube. All right, but got to put that in there once in a while. So far, I've done it so far, and we hadn't had a video. Knock on wood, we haven't had a video kick since I put the disclaimer in the front, and
I'm
it
glad you
said,
put that disclaimer in there because as soon as somebody came after me for giving medical advice, I'd be like, bro, listen,
yeah,
I use super glue to tape my shit shut. Okay, like
for
I
sure.
don't know.
Fucking electric tape and a piece of paper towel for a little peroxide. That's it. Many
Here
times,
you
many
go. Oh my
times.
God. Oh my God. So, sorry to interrupt you again. Hold on.
Oh, let it
Breaking
rip.
news from
Break.
the desk of Daniel Hunter. Remember the activist I was looking up earlier? I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah.
I'm still googling into him. But I just typed on this article that he wrote back in 2017, and
Excuse me.
it's it's called "How to Prepare for International Trips Like the Worst Conflict in the World." His blog. Here we go. I've trained in about 2 dozen different countries, most of them on multiple occasions. Trainers at Training for Change are increasingly training internationally. The last year, other trainees have led major trainings in Turkey, the UK, and Thailand, or another trip soon to Colombia, where co-director Nico Amador will lead trainings with trans youth. Colombia has a big trans youth thing there?
No, it don't surprise me none.
Because of my range of experiences, I want to offer some reflections on how to make the most of such training work and do so by reflecting on my most recent trip to Israel, Palestine. So this motherfucker is all over the globe. Like, bro, Daniel Hunter. I wonder if I can find him on Twitter. Let's see. I wonder where he's from. Like,
But you can find it.
I'm looking, bro. Like, I'm all over this dude. Like, I wanna know who this guy is. Whoa, what did that just say? What?
Oh, my picture
No,
coming soon.
I'm looking.
Oh, I was like, I got a picture coming soon. It's from Iran. Yeah, it's getting about to get wild this weekend. It's gonna be a wild little weekend.
Here,
Look at that.
let's do this. Let's
Look
do
at that.
this.
Look at that kitty.
Let's check something out here. When was a website created? Checker. It's gonna let me drop it in there.
I'll save that for later. I'll save the kitty for later. You know, y'all seen it already. Gotta have the kitty pictures. More bombings. I'll say, I thank God we're not in the middle of all this. It says here, Grok, it's unverified though. I just hope they won't. We just don't need to be putting any troops over there. That's all I gotta say. We got enough problems over here.
Right. Well, I found registrant contact information, name, domain privacy service, FBO registrant, telephone number on allegedly this guy. I don't think so. And then an address in Gateway, Florida. Let's see where the fuck this is.
Mm.
It's amazing how much you can find on the internet. The Federal Bureau of Investigation. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Ricky Pike, Ricky Pike, Ricky Pike. Hold on. Wait a motherfucking minute. So I just pulled up this dude's website, okay? Domain information, danielhunter.org. Registered on May 7, 2012. Telephone number, email address, mailing address. 5335 Gate Parkway, Jacksonville, Florida. I go to the address and pull it up. It's the it's the FBI building in fucking Jacksonville.
The plot thickens, as they say.
Holy shit! Somebody get this shit to fucking Alex Jones right now. Like I'm
Tag him. Tag
I'm
Alex on
fixing
fucking
to. Holy
Twitter.
fucking
Tag
shit!
me in it too. Make sure. And I guess don't tag nobody else. We'll keep them. I don't know if they want to be tagged in it too. But yeah, get that shit to Alex. And Sam Tripoli, tag Sam Tripoli in it. He'll like that shit too. Or if you tag me in it, I'll send this Sam and he'll fucking get all excited. He gets about excited as Alex does. I'll send to Johnny Woodward.
Let's look up the No Kings website. Hold on.
He could be Duffy. What's up, Duffy? We had Independent Mini United is in the chat now. While he's looking it up, we got a hell of a chat tonight. Appreciate y'all in the chat. The last minute, I was like, hey, you know, I was like, hey, Jamie, if you want to, because I know Trouble Minds didn't do a show tonight. And I was like, hell, I was like, Jamie, if you're up to it, hell, I'll go live. And he's like, let's do it. I'm like, all right, let's rip. So here we are. We appreciate y'all popping on and I appreciate y'all coming on here and listen to us go back and forth. Make sure you hit the little like button and if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe and follow us on all the places. It's good stuff. What you got there, Mr. J? He's in if he's intent
So,
right there.
all right. So, the No King site, the address that it pulls up is a GoDaddy office, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you pull up the danielhunter.org page, it goes to the FBI. He could have just put some shit in there, but it goes to the FBI page,
Nice.
for the mailing address. It's got a telephone number for abuse, Dude, I wonder what was this girl's name? No Kings. What was the lady's name that was his partner in this? Uh, what is the. Dude, you should see all the companies that are associated with the No King site. Did I just see Bernie? Fucking Bernie Sanders is? It's communist.
Mm.
Yeah, I was looking for that guy again to see who the lady was that co-founded this or whatever, so I could look her ass up. And now I can't find anybody. Let's see.
I wish we were on Rumble. Mm-mm-mm.
We'd already been kicked off for talking about that country.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. As I'm scrolling, I'm sitting here and interesting things I'm finding while we just like stuff is just hitting live as we go, but just something else is out there, just a whole on a different subject. 23andMe executives testify on their bankruptcy. They confirmed that all data is going to be sold, but you had the right to delete your data before it's sold. The only problem is right after announcing bankruptcy, 23andMe removed the delete option on people's profiles. So if you got your little found out if you're 0.2% Swahili on your 23andMe, they're going to sell the shit out of all that for you.
You ever wonder if they just gave you some fake results back?
I think so. I think it's all bullshit. I was curious. I was really curious. Um, and because I wanted to compare that to what my mom's done genealogy all the way back to the 1500s and stuff and before.
Right.
She spent hours and thousands of hours, scoring, at the library, and looking up. And so I know on certain points of the family, she went all the way back in the 1500s and the Cherokee, tribal, and all that stuff. And she has quite a bit of. She's got a book. I swear to God, I see. I put my hands both in the picture there. It is that thick, full of genealogy stuff like that. So I was
Right.
curious. I've always been curious. Like I wanted to, like, hey, could we do the 23andMe or one of them bullshit, and then compare it to what that I know for sure is my back goes to my history. I know this is here, this is here. I know I got the Irish, I got the Scottish, and the Cherokee and the Choctaw and the Blackfoot and all that through my history, and because we've tracked it. Um, so I was curious, but yeah, I didn't trust it one fucking bit, and now I see why. Now I see why I didn't trust it. My gut feeling.
Always go with your gut.
And my guts told me like correct a bunch of times, and every time, most of the times when I ignored it, uh, it it called me a dumbass later and was like, "You should have listened to me." Absolute.
Always go with the gut. Now I'm looking for this guy's website again, and now I can't find it.
You got it took down, Jamie. We have busted the case open, and now we're
I don't think so. I don't think so.
probably
Oh,
not.
here it
But
is. I got it now.
I hope that's not true.
Here we go.
As I show, what we need more. We need more of this right here, and less bombs.
Cat videos.
Yeah.
You know what? As I flip back to the screen off of my Twitter feed, I was immediately like, "It's a cat video."
Yeah.
We'll get you
Hey,
a German Shepherd.
did you see on a whole another ADD fucking slip? Did you see that they're making finally after all these years they're making the Spaceballs 2.
I did. I saw that. I'm
That
excited.
wa-
Like my little heart is happy.
yeah, it's gonna be.
Listen, let me tell you my almost disowning Whitney moment today regarding that.
Oh shit!
I show her the video and I'm like, "Do you know what's happening here? Do you know what's happening here?" And she's like, "What? What? Star Wars is doing something new?" And I snatched my phone out of her hand and I was like, I'm so disappointed in you right now. I'm like, Mel Brooks is putting out a new Spaceballs movie.
Mm. The greatest
Oh my
comedy
God.
genius of all time.
I want him to remake Blazing Saddles.
That's not going to happen. Blazing Saddles cannot be made in this century.
Have we become too
Hey,
soft, Ricky Pike?
the good thing is Mel Brooks is so damn old that he won't even have to wear makeup for to be Yoda, yogurt this time. He just comes
Just
out.
paint him green.
Yes, it.
No special makeup
No
required.
special makeup required. He gonna be. They said when it comes out, he's gonna be 100. Hopefully, he makes it.
Man, I hope so. I hope
Yeah,
so.
I hope so too. I mean, of course, you won't have. Of course, you won't have. John Candy won't be in it, but most of the people are gonna be back. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Man, you ever think you ever you ever think sometimes that maybe Alex Jones and Tucker are all part of the op? You know,
Yeah, it has crossed my mind.
like
It as you know, it it has hit my mind that it is all, but we're all watching a fucking movie. You know, really. You know, they're all playing us.
right.
Um, this, it very well. You get anybody that's you're making money off of this, and you're doing very well. Um, and not to knock people doing very well, but when you're in this kind of field and you're doing very well money wise, it kind of makes you go, okay, where is all this money coming from? And is there some outside things popping in? Um, it as always, it's in the back of my head. It's the left wing, right wing, same bird. We talked about that last night, me and James and the chat. Um, I still I still have hope as always, but it's a good possibility. I mean, they all could be. They all become playing us like a fucking fiddle.
Right.
they're being used to help divide and conquer everybody instead of letting people come together. You know, they because there's some of their talking points are the ones that the divide. So it very well could be now. Um, nothing would surprise me. I'd be disappointed and it'd be disheartening, but it would not surprise me.
I'm really surprised by the Twitter um, advertising that I'm getting right now, Ricky Pike. I have this ad in front of me right now that I don't know where it's come from, but it says, "Don't miss this chance to refresh your sex toy collection. Enjoy up to 50% off site wide and a free sex toy with orders over $199." First of all, listen,
That's a hell of a
if
deal
you're
right there.
if you're spending 200 motherfucking dollars on a sex toy, like
Maybe they're trying to be like Diddy and get a bunch of fucking lotion. Hell, it's
like
it,
Ricky, like I'm not making this up. Like my Twitter feed, I just here we are. Like
I don't.
it's like don't miss. I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? What is that? That I don't think is marketed to me.
No, it's a new earbud. You put it in
That's a
your
new
ear.
earbud.
Yeah, yeah. You
Cleans
put
your
that in your.
ear.
Yeah, you
You
put it
put
in your
that in your
ear.
ear. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'm not sure why they're selling me sex toys for an earbud that I put in my ear. Um,
Yeah. It wouldn't need a background.
um, ladies, if you know what this is for, please demonstrate it for me.
Oh, you
Um,
send video.
I just made
Jamie
Whitney
two
fall
G's.
out.
Yeah.
I just made Whitney fall out on the couch.
What? Where's it at? God bless.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I make me laugh sometimes, Ricky Pike.
Uh,
Oh
is
shit,
that
dude.
mine or yours? Let's see. Oh, that's mine. Where is yours? I had it on here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need any pictures and videos. I've got enough titty pictures from my friends that send me titty pictures. Like
There you
Jamie
go.
G, put my handle up there, Jamie 2Gs. Oh my god. We'll have the casting couch going later. Let me flip my hair. Oh fuck. Well,
That's
Ricky Pike,
long.
I got
That's
to get
crazy.
off here, man. I got
Oh,
to
we
get up in
just
the
started
morning.
having fun.
Oh, you know what? I'm not getting off yet, but about
Okay.
midnight, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Oh,
Give me
midnight
15,
be good.
15 more minutes. Yeah, my Twitter's just fucking wild. And then on social media, you see everybody saying, um, I stand with Israel. I stand with, and I'm just like, man, how about stand with your neighbor? Can you stand with Memphis for a minute? People can't even get on board with Memphis. Can I stand with the state of Tennessee? Can I get the Mid South? Can we stand with the Mid South before we start worrying about standing with other countries? Man, look, let me tell you, greatest conversation the other day. Last night we're dropping in over at Wapanaka, and these two older black guys come up on their. In fact, I think they had two John boats out there. It was two different groups,
Hmm.
and this old cat, man, he's probably 65, 70 years old, man, and he's out there bullshitting with us, man, and just talking to us and having a great time. And he's like, man, y'all getting out there in them kayaks, man. That's just some white people shit right there. You know, he goes, I like a boat and I like being out on the water, but I don't know about just rowing around everywhere. And that's some white people shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just the funniest conversation. We had a great time. I introduced myself to him. I said, "What's your name, man?" He's like, "My name is Nathaniel. What's your name?" I said, Jamie Grant. I said, man, I said, it's cool bullshit with you, man. We sat there and talked to that dude for 10 minutes. Well, like they didn't move any of their shit. They sat there and talked to us while we loaded all of our stuff up,
Yeah,
and dropped in before they moved any of their shit out the water. Just sitting there talking to us, man, and just having a great time. Take care of strangers that Can we do that first before we start picking other countries? Like, can you go
exactly.
talk to your guy that lives 4 doors down and go stand with that dude before you stand with another country? Bro, it's just fixing to pop off, man. Got everybody divided on the whole Israel thing. Got everybody divided on the whole immigration thing. It's Pride Month, so everybody's freaked out that you're not recognizing their sexuality. You know, um, I just wish that, in all honesty, Ricky Pike, that I had the flamboyance of a gay guy to openly talk about my love for heterosexual sex. Like, I wish I could just sit at a bar and just openly have a conversation about how much because like, respect me for what I love. Can we do that? Like, before I have to love you? Like, God, I'm so tired of people that are all in their first person main character syndromes. Fuck you and your feelings. I don't give a shit about you, man. You know, I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care where you're from. Just pay your fucking taxes like I have to. I got to write a fucking check. So if I'm writing a check, you're writing a check. Okay.
Hmm.
And don't give me any of that. Well, they want to be good people. They want to pay. No, they don't. They send that money home. Trust me. Western Union is in business because of freaking people from South and Central America. Okay. Let me tell you, bro. When I worked on a cruise ship, I I was one of two people on a crew on the entire ship. Okay. And you see these folks get paid and they immediately go to shore and they go to Western Union and wire their money home. Well, here in the US, guess what those folks are doing? You know, sending all that money back to Mexico,
Hmm.
sending it back to Honduras, sending it back to and what I really think is crazy right now is there's a whole lot of these people mixed up in these protests that ain't even from Mexico, but all you see is the Mexican flag. Hang on. What's a white boy standing on a police car with a Mexican flag got to do with any of these other people from other countries that are here? Like, and then they're like, it's on stolen land. What? It's on conquered land. Listen, did y'all not know how
Hmm.
things worked until the modern world came about?
Actually, California was bought for $15 million.
Dude, it was all purchased. It was all
Hmm.
purchased. These
Just like,
different treaties and
hmm, this is facts. That yeah, all the land over there around California and all that area around there when it was bought for like $15 million. Just like the Louisiana Purchase bought the whole center of the United States. It was conquered at one time, but the United States of America actually paid for it from other
right.
countries. So if you kind of is one of them things where you want to get mad, you had to get mad at the country that conquered it, not the ones that bought it. Kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Well, just pay attention this weekend, bro. Make sure you, and I know you do, for those out there, make sure you got what you need to get through for a few days, a week or
Mm,
so, because you just don't know. I think if anything we're going to happen, we're going to see a disruption in our supply chain. And I still think we have grid issues. A couple of years ago, they kept talking about, the grid security, people hitting these power substations and shooting up random. They pull up to a random fenced in lot that's got all these transformers in them and fucking shoot it up. And they tried to pin that on a bunch of crazy white supremacists, and then you find out that wasn't exactly true. The eco terror thing is big, where they're setting fucking fires. You know, we knew
Mhm.
that was going on back in fucking 2020, and they acted like it. No, it's these people are doing it. You know,
Absolutely. It's I was thinking about it yesterday. Well, yesterday, they were talking about that they were pulling soldiers' families out of the Middle East,
I heard,
and
they knew it was coming.
so they knew what shit was about to get real. So it's not a surprise. They knew Israel was going to do what they're going to do, and when Israel did that, it means okay, Iran's going to do what it's going to do. And then the bad thing about the whole situation is all of the people who are connected on the outside, who support them. You got North Korea sitting there, you got Russia, possibly China, and it adds to the fuel of the chaos. And
But do you really think it's Russia? I mean, do you really, really, really think it's Russia?
I don't. Did you see that video of Trump talking about Russia? Like talking about Russia lost 51 million people fighting on the Allied sides during World War II,
Yeah.
and now everybody thinks they're terrible. The Germans and the Japanese, the ones we were fighting, everybody's cool with. And it doesn't it makes you go a step back and go, it does sound it's kind of funny. Things change over time and all that kind of stuff, but it still is like Russia lost 51 million people supporting the Allies and the U.S. in World War II, and but now we're programmed to think it. We had so many movies over the years. Like, just think about the 80s and 70s and 80s movies. How many of them was Russia was the bad guy? All of them were Russia was a bad guy. You got to
You grew up with that, bro. Russia was
and
the bad guy.
and then you got to the 90s and then you got into the mid 90s, and it started in early mid 90s, and then it was Middle Eastern countries were the bad guys, and then you had 9/11, and after that, so it was like everybody was programmed to think this person is native, and then
Well,
all of a sudden it shows boom.
you know what movie transitioned them from the Russians to the Middle Easterners? Ricky Pike, Spies Like Us. Because
Mhm.
they're in Afghanistan, they're trying to stop a Russian warhead from going off. They introduced us to you know, I guess the Taliban.
Mhm.
I'm so stupid.
I don't know. I don't think it's stupid. Hell, I truly think they put it out there. I think they put it out on movies, and they put it out there and let us see that kind of shit. So because they know that we can turn around and see, um, absolutely, and letting us know what they're planning. And then you can look back. You watch TV shows. They talked about like what was that one had I think it had Samuel L. Jackson in it, where they're talking about they're going to take out the Twin Towers in that TV show there or movie. They talked about it for so long, and it's like one of them, and it makes you wonder and surprised, like, but it's the the more you see it, the more you see 2 + 2 = 4. By God, it's got to be fucking four. It's got to be something to it. The more you see it over and over again, it just predicted programming. If you look back in World War II, how you had Donald Duck, uh, showing, which we showed like last week, the week before last. Well, no, last week I think, where he had. Did you see it? Uh, Donald Duck was sitting there, you know, saluting Hitler and all that, um, and
Right.
why he makes bombs, and you got all the stuff from back then, and especially the early part before World War II. You had all them companies that was supporting everything going over there. They were supporting the Germans. Ford Motor Company was building, GM, Standard Oil. There's a laundry list of companies. You can go, you can Wikipedia look, and it's easy to find the laundry list of companies that was supporting the Germans during World War II. Did not want to be part of it, but things changed, and then Operation Paperclip. We brought all the Germans over here to do our bidding, and funny how things work out, you know.
Well, they talked about Walt Disney was, and then so listen, so they talked about Walt being very one-sided on a particular topic. I don't want to go down that road. Anyway, but then you look at all the corruption. Yeah, look it up. Then you look at all the corruption in Disney with these kids and what's coming out of it, and everybody that's a Disney kid is fucked up.
All of them that was part of the Disney thing. Like, look at Britney Spears right now. She has lost her ever loving mind. All of them, most 99% of them, they had issues or drug issues. Lindsay Lohan, all of them there. And you can blame celebrityism, but it's kind of funny, like, not all celebrities are having that time. You just the Mickey fucking Mouse Club is doing that. If you're on the Mickey Mouse Club, you're pretty well. There's 99% of them are some kind of fucked up, later in life. And then you find out was, possibly certain, Disney cruises might been maybe stopping on a certain island in Atlantic. We won't go down that little rabbit hole there, but it all ties together, and it's sad. And then you look in some of the movies, and you see the suggestive talking about like they which one was it? The one that they had the talking about the little boys going to the island, and then when they come back, they're not boys.
Oh, that
anymore.
was Peter Pan.
Yeah. Or yeah.
What, isn't that the Peter Pan story though?
Or Pinocchio. Who was it?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a Peter Pan story, bro.
Now I gotta be curious, and I'm gonna get all kinds of booked up shit on this.
Did you see the photo of Hakeem Jeffries and Elmo?
I played a video last night though. It was pretty funny. Elmo was talking about how it's okay to cuss, and yeah, it was pretty damn funny.
Oh.
What was it? It's gonna be hard to find. They ain't gonna let me. I forget what it is. It's, if I think about it later. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. It is Pinocchio. I was right. Let's see if we can get fucking booted off YouTube tonight.
We're about to get kicked off.
Yeah, so we do.
That's right.
We love everybody. Much love to everybody. We're going to see what happens. Yeah.
What's your proposition? Well, how would you blokes like to make some real money? Well, and who do we have to, No, nothing like that. You see, I'm collecting stupid little boys. Stupid little boys? You know, the disobedient ones who play hooky from school. Oh. And you see, and I takes them to Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island. But the law, suppose they... No, there's no risk. They never come back as boys.
Hmm.
Mm. They never come back as boys.
Kind of crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, the more you dig it down in that, it's like one of the rabbit holes you really don't want to really fuck with because it's just a bunch of evil fucking people.
Right.
But it's one of the ones you know, you think about it, like, like I remember my grandma was, man, loved Disney movies. And she had them all. She had them all on VHS, had the whole, every one you could get, Bambi and all of them. But, and then you look back and you're like, man, what in the hell was it? Kind of sad.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is a programming. You know what I mean? Everything that comes up, you know, tell a vision. The television. Tell a vision. Tell a story. Tell a vision.
Hmm.
You know, it's all meant to drive your thought and your psyche. You know, the media. Listen, the media right now on social media. First of all, listen, if you get online and you go to any local news agency social media thread on a story that they post, you have to understand that a large portion of people are fucking trolls and they say ignorant shit just to get a reaction out of people. You want to see where it's wild? Go watch a live high speed pursuit out of anywhere in California or out west and watch what people are saying. Oh, he's late trying to get to his baby mama house or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or I hope they kill him or I hope he murders someone. You know, people just say ridiculous shit. But I think that the
Well,
internet is a breeding ground for, you know, just people saying ignorant shit and somebody taking it serious.
for
You know,
sure, we've made a comment before. You got such a small minority of people that think crazy shit, but with the social media, you're able to magnify it to a point. Um, it's and then you got news media sitting here, helping the situation going on too. Let's see if I can find that damn video. I know I posted it. Where did it, or did I not? And they turn around. I'm sure you've seen it. Um, they turn around and they just like, well, it's no big deal. The police shouldn't have came out there. It's just people out there enjoying watching cars burn. It's no big deal. And that's on their freaking news. You got,
right?
and this is where you're supposed to get your truth from. Is he? Like, it's
Everything's
okay. Don't,
fine.
no big deal. Somebody spent fucking $60,000 or whatever on this fucking vehicle, $180,000, and these jackasses seen it and say, "Hey, I can tear it up and blow it up. No big deal. It's because it's just boys being boys. That's all. No,
Right.
like shut. I mean, stop.
Yeah, these folks,
Absolutely.
man.
Uh, before you get here, I played this last night, but you didn't get to see it. So, um, talking about the certain group of people.
Wow. The fucking world is $281 trillion in debt. To who?
Oh, ruthless Ricky Pike.
Jupiter. That's all. We're saying that we're too dead to Jupiter. That's all.
That's funny.
That's it.
Hi, cousin. I love you, brother. Be safe, man. We'll hit the hay. Got a big weekend.
All right, man.
New breed on Saturday. Mexico on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be there. New breed. I got an army coming.
Cool. Well,
We're working on it.
bring Dave with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. To bring Dave with me, and
That'll be
that'd be
fun, man.
cool. And yeah, we got a good group. I had before you go, I had the Psycho one up at my gym tonight.
Yeah, I saw that. Jacob
Jacob,
Noe was over there, man. That's
yeah,
cool, dude.
yeah, he came. He texted me and he called me and was like, "Man, can I come down there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, come on, man." And it was pretty cool. I'll because he was sitting in front of everybody, so I guess I'll. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool because he was like, he got in front of everybody. He's like, it's like talking about like you being good people and stuff like that. He's like, and he pointed at me, and I'm sitting over there at the side out of the way, And he was like, when I didn't have any gas money, I didn't have no money, I was broke down the side of the road. Call Ricky, and he come help me. And he didn't have to. He came from all the way down here, all the way up to Round Million. I'm like, and um, he didn't have to. I said, so he said, this is the payback. This is me trying to give back because he helped me, so I want to help him. And I thought it was pretty cool. I don't look at anytime I've ever helped anybody. So I hate seeing people. I guess it's good, but I just hate seeing people like, look what I did right here. I bought this little kid a toy, or I did this for right here. I'm like, I don't. That's cool, but I'd rather just do stuff in the shadows and help people and not worry, and not. If somebody else wants to say about it and shout it out, whatever, hey, cool. But I'm not going to be sitting there like, look what I did. I did this right here, and look what I helped this person. It don't sit well in my mind frame for,
Right.
and not saying they're bad people for doing that. I'm just saying it just don't sit well with me. I don't feel right doing that. I'd rather do it in the shadows and go, okay, I helped somebody here. I help somebody get. I remember it was an RV. These people, you always see people like, yeah, I need gas money on the side of the road, at the interstate or something like that. I'm like, they're like, look, we got this RV over here and full of kids. I'm like, so I pulled over there and like, and turned around and it was true. They had their full fucking kids and had Christmas presents in there and they were just fucking flat broke, no. So I filled their RV up and went on my way, and never
Right.
seen them again, and never thought about it again, Yeah, and like, or I could have got on social media. Look at what I did with these people right here, and put them. It's kind of half-ass shaming them because they're in need. I don't believe in that. I think
Right.
that's right. But yeah, it was cool having Mr. Noe down there and spending some of his knowledge and uh, battle worn. Um, he's been through some wars and been on some big shows and fought some big names, and it was good to have him come down and help out my young fighters and give them some insight and hopefully he said hopefully they picked up one thing, and I'm sure they did, and
Right.
I know we're going to do jiu-jitsu tomorrow to kind of help get ready for the tournament, um, and so that'll be good, and we'll have a decent little group go on there and see what we can do, and maybe we can get us a banner to bring home with us. We never know.
That'd be cool, man. Yeah, law school crew will be there. So good times. I'm looking forward to it. Get my crippled ass out there and roll around for a little while.
We need to all to bond together and under one name and to compete with Border with all their big army they got.
Hey,
Most of his kids, man, they got all them kids, man. He's like, you're not touching their kid program. They got so many down there.
random video.
Uh-oh.
Ricky, what is going on right here? Hang on. Look, see this guy here? This
Okay.
female. Look at whatever
The
that is.
there to the right there, yeah.
Yeah. That's his dick. Like, bro, if I wore something like that, someone would call the cops on me. You know what I mean? Like, think about that for a minute. Like, what in the motherfuck?
He forgot to tuck it, Jamie. He just everything going on, the chaos of the protests. Did you see the that one girl was down there in L.A.? Oh, she got a fucking bat. Y'all better get your asses back. She ain't got no flip flop today. She got a fucking bat. She gonna bust some ass's head. But it was her family got her. I think her parents some got killed by. She was a Hispanic girl. She was, and her family got killed by illegal, and she's down there protest. And people were trying to fucking run her over and push into
I
her, and
saw
like,
that, man. Yeah,
man,
she
I'm
was
like, you feel,
assaulted pretty bad.
man, she was assaulted all over the everywhere. Like, man, what the fuck? Like, you know,
Right.
that's why you see a lot of the Hispanic community actually calling out on this bullshit. It's like, this ain't us. Like, y'all are making us look bad.
Right.
This is not us. This is not what we want. And it's who's pushing again, who's paying for it, which we've seen a little bit of it.
Check
Yeah,
this out. Check this out. So, did you see? I don't know who is pulling the data right now. So, first of all, for you people that are out there that have apps downloaded on your phone, like Facebook, Instagram, they sell your data. Okay. And what somebody with the right amount of money can do is they can come in and say, hey, I want to put a geo fence around this area right here where all this turmoil is happening. What I want to do is I want to collect cell phone data from everybody there. Then I want to bounce that off where they travel to, and you can immediately find out where they live. So somebody bought all this data and found out that almost 400 of the almost 1,000 phones that were located in the riot area belonged to high-end prominent households throughout California because of where they lived at. So it's a bunch of rich kids throwing down. What other people don't know is that aside from the buying your data and doing a geofence, is that the U.S. Up with intelligent software that locks onto these phones and can pull their data from it. Like it knows it's got an ability to find your whatever the ID number is in the phone, and they can track that shit. So I think we're going to see some events coming from that in the near future. Follow the money, bro. Follow the money.
as always, we say that every damn. It seems like every podcast now. When we're talking on this kind of thing, it's absolutely follow the money.
Right.
That's where we'll see it. You'll see the um, absolute um, chaos and all the deception is and why it is.
For sure. Well, cousin, I'm going to find my pillow and get ready for work in the morning.
I hear you. I need to probably go to sleep. I got somebody coming look at my house tomorrow at 11. I had to cancel
Cool.
today because I wasn't feeling the very best. So,
Right.
uh, well,
Well,
yesterday I canceled. Wednesday I canceled, and I was like, look, I'm not going through here and picking up this house and moving my cats to the land, and I'm not moving. They can just get mad at me and they can reschedule or they can not buy my house. I mean,
right.
yesterday I really didn't give a shit either way, but uh, yeah, supposedly somebody coming in the morning about 11 o'clock, so I got for sure be up and moving by 10.
Well,
So
good luck to you, man. Good luck to
appreciate
you.
you. I gotta if one way or another, some bitches gonna be gone and I'll be at the new spot. I got a call tomorrow about the internet over there too. I keep forgetting. So like I said, I haven't feeling like the best. That's why my voice is a little deeper, a little raspier right now because it's just
Yeah,
not feeling my best. But the show must go on. I gotta
as
keep on
always.
keeping on. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, brother. We'll see you soon, man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yeah, it's getting better. I feel better today. When I woke up about 1:30 this afternoon, um, I felt a lot better. I still got just a small little cough. Um, but yeah, it's one of them things. But it is what it is. It's summer little sinuses or something. I don't know. This is as sick as I've been all year, and I'm pretty well kicked it already. So I don't get sick very often, and my Lucy can heal pretty quick. Long as I pay I don't mess around with it. I can turn around and get better pretty quick because if I try to drag my feet a little bit now, I'll be down for a week. But load full of vitamin C and a little medicine and a whole bunch of vitamins and do the best I can. But and I'm keep going for just a second longer. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Like I say, it was no trouble minds, and then with everything going on in the Middle East right now, and I was like, I just text Jamie. I was like, "You want to?" And then he was like, "Hell, let me eat some food, and I'll be on the way." So I was like, "Well, here we are." So, um, so here we are, and having fun, trying to have fun with the situation going on right now. It is crazy. So, so we got lots of crazy stuff going on in the whole world, and like Jamie said, make sure you got a little bit of food if you can, a little bit of water, something. Um, I got I got rice and beans and water. Push come to shove, I can make it. Um, yeah, Andy, I would love to do that. I'll sure do it. So mm, I'm loosely. I have classes. For the you might not know. I don't. You might got the understanding. Listen to here. I teach MMA. I teach jiu-jitsu, and I have MMA fighters and and all that kind of stuff. So Friday nights I have classes, but I should be home by 8:30 your Central Time. So I'm not sure what time your panel starts, but I'll be glad to come on and put in my 2 cents. Um, you heard me on algorithm, and now you heard me twice on here. So yeah, I don't. Um, I try to speak common sense and keep on bring a little clarity to stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I enjoyed being able to do this and reaching people that I never would have a chance to reach. It's a awesome. I never would have guessed it would happen. Uh, okay, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. Oh, you're going 6 hours. I'll catch you when I get home. For sure. Here, let me. Uh, we got to. Before I go for the um, with all the chaos, we got to have the balance. Let's get a little balance going here, and then we'll get the hell out of here. We got to have our feel goods. Little tippy taps. Again, there's a lot of BS on X or Twitter. I mean, you looking at my screen right now, you got little tippy taps, but then here's a Razy Strike 24/7. A Syrian girl. I might pop in there in a little bit and listen to what she's got to say. Um, lots of UFO remote viewing and UFO gating. What else we got going on here? Who else is alive? But but yeah, and then you got all kinds of animal videos. Look at this baby horse. Can you imagine having a horse you can carry around? Mini horse cuddles. That's pretty. I better be careful because I got the room now. I can actually have some animals, so I might get myself in trouble. I do want some goats, though. Like a little
Pretty little baby.
pretty little baby, just hanging out. Not even half the shoe. Just a baby. And this video here, I actually played earlier. Yeah, no music. Come on, get out of here. That's wild. Like you run out of ink. The printer run out of ink. You had orange, and then boop, no more orange ink. And here's a Thai Buddhist monk. He's just praying and while the kidneys play on him. That's pretty cool. Night, Don. Appreciate you. Yeah, I hate this whole process. It's been like 7 months of buying land and trying to move. Oops, I didn't want to do that. They'll be all right. That's good enough. I'll save them other videos for next week. I'll add some more to it. So make sure y'all I wish we were on Rumble because he might have popped on there. Weird. I got to plug my merch. You know, we got to do that every damn time. We got to do that kind of silly stuff. Check out the merch site if y'all want to. I steady added cool stuff and everything like that. Last night during the chat, it was suggested a Dr. Prepper hat. And what did I do? I made a Dr. Prepper hat. So that white's actually looks pretty cool. You got trucker hats. There's your camo gray. And he's eco. Actually, this is the oyster's pretty nice. Oyster in the black's pretty nice. So just bunch of fun stuff. If you have ideas for merchandise and stuff like that, you can sure throw them at me. I'll see if I can make them. You know, that's I have fun doing that. Like Dawn, she wanted made a suggestion for the Keep On Keeping On shirt, and so we got a Keep On Keeping On shirt. I got the Talking with Conspiracy shirts. Got the aprons and the yard flags and the sling bags. Yeah, if you have a business you want to try to put some merch out, I think Bonfire is pretty cool because you don't have to have nothing on hand. Later on, I like to have be able to do that and have stuff on hand. So, you know, eventually one day, one day. So check that out. Check out the Trouble Minds Radio Network. Links are in the description. We have how many shows are on there. Between Matt Sile, Tempo of the Owls on there, my show's on there, Trouble Minds show is on there, South Cedar Paranormal, Herschel's show on there. It's the Arcane Observers on there. There's a bunch of Rohan's show. Rest in peace, Rohan. His show is still playing. So there's lots of great shows and lots of great content to check out. And then, like I said, the website, and yep, Trouble Minds Sweets put it in the chat. Trouble Minds Friends, we got lots of friends that's helped me along the way to get to where I am, and be able to show this cool stuff and give me the motivation to keep doing this, and so they kind of motivated me to want to be able to do this. Seeing like people having different ideas and different subjects. So I appreciate y'all as always for popping on, especially on a Thursday night. I normally not going to stream on the Thursday night because I don't want to I ain't gonna stream the same night the Trouble Minds. I don't want to even make people choose which one they want to go to, or use, try to figure out it, watch both at the same time, because I want to go to watch Trouble Minds too. I need a little something to drink, finish out the little thing. But I appreciate y'all. I really do. I'm planning on getting over to the new place, especially if I feel a little better tomorrow, and do some sanding. I just, sinuses and stuff, and sanding just don't get the well together. So yeah, I'll get over there and start sanding, and finish up over there so we can get over there into the new spot. And like I said, hopefully y'all like how I got everything. I got all my vision, and um, more things, bringing people to the thing. Oh, yeah, I've done I did a I did a magazine article, but it was for the gym, I guess. So I guess we'll keep that separate. But I did do a gym article and stuff. But yeah, always I'm trying to expand, do new things, and Jamie and Dave doing the same thing. So we want to keep bringing you the best content we can. Pretty soon we'll be able to. I'm going to start putting out content 4 or 5 days a week. Um, if you're up, I'm gonna try to do a lunch show tomorrow. It might not exactly be at lunch. It might not be 12. It might be 12:30. I don't know. It just matters what time these people get out of my house. But I do plan on having a lunch show tomorrow, and maybe I can start doing those regular basis and stuff too. So, but y'all be good, and as always, y'all keep on keeping on, and peace in the chicken grease, and y'all be good. Much love to all y'all. Much love for sure.